Coach, just talk a little bit about number 9 coming in here, ranked team in the country, Illinois State, in the polls.
Yeah, they're a very good football team. They're doing all the things that we talk about. You know, they're averaging 43 points a game. They're like 9.6 game, 9 points a game. You know, total defense, scoring defense. They're dominating teams in the fourth quarter. They're +6 turnover margin, so they're doing all the right things. Brock's always done a great job there, and they're continuing that habit. And then you should be rated higher now. You go out and beat an FBS school at their place. So it was a great win for Illinois State.
We talked a little bit about them rebuilding their defense, and it looks like they did a pretty good job of doing that, right? From graduation from last year?
I don't know that stuff. I don't follow that stuff. I just study who they have now, so who's back and who's gone, all those kind of things. I just watch numbers and players, and they're very talented, though. I will say that. I know they got 2 really young defensive tackles, but they're very strong and muscular defensemen. Very aggressive. Their linebackers are very sound. I'm in love with their 2 corners, especially number 20. Again, I insult these kids because I don't know their names, but 3's good, but 20's really good. So I just study their numbers. So I don't know what classes they're in, what they are, but they're good football players, that's for sure.
And offensively, man, they popped some big plays against Colorado State.
They did. They got a quarterback transfer who actually beat out the incumbent, and he does a really nice job. He's athletic and throws a really good football, but he's well protected, and they're going to try to establish a run game. Their 2 runners, 25 and 21, are powerful, dynamic, fast. They're really 2 really good football players.
Nice 1-2 punch there, huh?
Absolutely.
Coach, just about your team, fear that maybe some momentum was lost with the bye week, or do you think the bye week was good?
I don't know. It's just football, man. We've been preparing. We did a good job preparation last week. We got a head start on them on Wednesday and Tuesday. Had some really good video study with the players on Thursday, and came back and had a really crisp practice last night. So, you know, momentum is what you make it. It's preparation, it's planning, it's working, and then things will take care of itself.
You notice with the bye week that you're able to get some guys back from bumps and bruises to be able to be close to 100% again?
Yeah, we're finding that as we go through it. You know, some guys sat out last night, and hopefully we'll be healthy and ready to go.
We haven't talked to you since the Northern Arizona win.
Yeah, wasn't it great?
Just what'd you like? Just being able to watch the film back, and what stood out about the guys? What's kind of different this year?
Well, first of all, I appreciate that, but I'm on to Illinois State. What's different is we're older, we're more mature. They understand work ethic. They're doing a really good job in the weight room, you know, with Coach Lang, especially in the off season. So all those things that I've been preaching all along about our football team is taking hold. Now what they have to do is just drop everything. Like, that's why I'm not answering your question, and move on to the next game, which is Illinois State. And they've done a really good job of that. And they did a really good job of watching their video last week without a bye week. So that shows the maturity of a team who's, you know, looking to get forward and move on.
The Valley Conference, like 3 teams in the top 10, pretty tough with the Valley, just starting conference play, and this is what it's all about, right?
Absolutely. I'm excited about starting conference play. I didn't know there was 3 top teams in there. I'm just worried about us focusing on what we have to focus on, because we can't control anybody else but ourselves. And what we have to do as coaches is make sure we're preaching fundamentals, because at the end of the day, that's what wins football games. And we have to preach preparation, and the kids are really doing a good job of that. You know, we're probably one of the few teams, as the season goes on, you know, we still do 20 minutes of fundamentals every day, and because we think that's so important. So we have to worry about what we're doing, getting better at what we have to accomplish, and then take care of the plan to win, and then we'll see where things take us.
Coach, obviously defense is going to be a huge part of this next one. So far, your team seems to be doing pretty well on that side of the ball, especially some of the leaders. Talk about Angelo Garbe and what he's given you so far through the season.
Angelo's doing a really good job. You know, what's happened is he had an adjustment when he had to come here. He made the adjustment really well. He's a very talented football player. Coach Oakley's doing a great job with his fundamentals right now, which is taking hold. He has a great understanding of our scheme now, and then he's a very instinctful player, so that's really taken fold, but he still has some more steps he has to make.
Before the season, when we talked about the preseason all-conference, you said it doesn't really mean anything until he gets out there and proves something on the field. Do you think he's proven anything yet, or is it still too early to tell?
Good memory. We'll worry about that stuff at the end of the season. I just want him to get better, just like a whole football team. I want him to continue to get better fundamentally, scheme-wise, and he's doing all that. Each week, each day, he's doing a better step getting more fundamentally sound and taking really good hold of the defense. So I'm really proud of that. And what he has to do now is continue to grow on that, and then chips will fall where they are at the end of the season.
The adjustments, what were you talking about with that? Did he have to change position from where he was at before to now, or what was
No,
the
adjustment as learning the defense. He came from a different defense. He was in high school, and he went and learned the defense he had when he went to Iowa, and then he came here and he had to make an adjustment of learning how we coach, how we do fundamentals, how our scheme is different than their scheme.
We talked to him on Media Day about his number, about 8, and he was telling, I mean, a little funny story about that. I mean, was it that when you hand out the numbers, do you have anything to do with that, or what was the deal?
Yeah, I told him he's not very bright, so if he turned his number upside down, he'd still be right.
Does the preparation change at all from week 1 to week 2 now that you have an updated tape, or does week 1 kind of show you everything that you're going to probably see when you get out there against Illinois State?
No, that's why we game plan all week. Hopefully they're not going to say everything we did week 1. So, everybody has their quote-unquote bread and butter is what they hold to, and then you find out what they're going to do on third downs, which is always different, and they always come up with a wrinkle every week. So I think we have a good understanding of what they're trying to accomplish with their base, and now what we have to do is figure out as we go what else they're doing each week. So you have to prepare for everything.
All right, boss. Thank you, sir.
Everybody done?
Thanks, Sean.
Okay, thank you, guys.